Hello friends, good evening. So this is the note for you guys. Please subscribe my channel. Okay, so don't forget. Let's move. I am going to take a topic today: ultrasonic transducer types in non-destructive testing. So these are the type of the transducers. These are the very important because you must know which transducer you are going to use or you should use in the different cases. Okay, so let's start. So first, actually, generally, if you know, there is a typically two type of the typical single element and dual element. First you need to understand this one, single element type and dual element type. Okay, so I will take you in a full details, means how it single element transducer, how it the means manufactures, and dual element transducer. Okay, so if I will tell you the single element, so it will be like this, like your probe will be like this, and there is inside housing, this is the external housing, and this is the your connector, and there your beer plates. So these are the your beer plates, this is the your packing, and these there is the one layer of active element, this is the your external housing, and inside it will be like this, this is the your electrical leads and electrical network. Okay, and this is your connector. So in the single element transducer, it will be the your inside of this your probe, it will be the like this. Okay, and in the dual element transducer, how it will be manufactured, how it will be the inside scenario, inside design of this transducer, it will be your external, and it will be the design like this. Here this is the your connector, and there will be the your one layer, it will be work as a this. Okay, so this will be like acoustic barrier, this is the like work as a acoustic barrier, this line. Okay, this is the acoustic barrier, and there will be the one layer which is the your transmitting element, and this is the your receiving element, and this is the your external housing, and this is the your what is this, these all filled items or the your delay material. Okay, so how it work, if you take in single element, this is the your plate, this is the your probe. So if you will take your waves are the going like this and it is going back to this, so both transmit and receiver in the same zone. Okay, means same it will take. Okay, but here if you will take a dual element, so if this is the your another probe, so here will be the barrier, huh? So transmit by go by this and receive by this. So this is the your transmitter and this is the your receiver, but here it's the same because it will be go like this, here is the your, so it is the behave like this. Okay, so single element and dual element. Now if I will tell you generally 5 category based on the design and use. So what are the 5 categories? First is the your contact transducer. So what is the contact transducer? It name like, if you name you can understand. Contact transducer used in the direct contact with the test piece. A thin hard beer plate cut to the thickness of the 1/4 of the wavelength and protect the active elements. Contact transducers are commonly used where we use for flood detections applications involving the straight beam test, like where you are using the straight beam test. Okay, so like you are going to verifying the lamination on billet, ingot or sheet, so like where you are using the 0-degree probe. So this is the known as the your contact transducer. Second type is the angle beam transducer. So angle beam transducers generally, if you see, these are the similar in construction to contact transducer, but regarding the use with the angle beam basis to generate, because here will be the your angle base will be there. Okay, so to generate sound tilted at the angle to the coupling surface. Bases are commonly configured to generate a refracted shear waves at 40-degree, 60-degree or 70-degree. Okay, they are standard in the most belt inspections, since testing the most common belt geometries require emit sound waves at an angle, and these transducers refer in all common belt inspections. So when you are going to inspection of the belt inspections, that time we generally prefer the angle beam transducer. Okay, third is the your delay line transducer. So what are the delay line transducers? It incorporated a cylinder of a plastic. How it made delay line? Because cylinder of plastic or fused silica as a delay line between the active element and the test piece. A major reason for using them is a thin material applications like testing a spot belt in a sheet metal, where we are using sheet metals, or measuring a very thin test piece. Okay, where it is important to separate the excitations pulse recovery from the back wall echo. A delay line is often used as a thermal insulator protecting the heat sensitive transducers element from the direct contact with the hot test piece. A delay line can also be shaped or contoured to improve the sound coupling in the sharply curved or the confined spaces. Okay. Fourth type is the your immersion transducer. Okay, so immersion transducers or name implies the design to immerse in a water. So as you understand, immersion transducer generally it will be immersed in a water. How it will be this will be like your fill of the water. Here will be your test piece. So immerse it will be go like this. Here inside the water level, this is the your test piece, this is the your water level from the top of and this. So immersion transducers it design the immerse in a water and use a column or bath of water or couple sound energy to test piece. These transducers frequently incorporate an acoustic lens that focus the sound beam into a small spot, increasing sensitivity to small reflector. They are commonly used for online or in-process test on moving part, the scan test, and for optimizing sound coupling into a sharp radiuses groove or channel in a test piece with the complex geometry. So where we generally prefer to immersion transducers where it is the complex geometry. Okay, now is the dual element transducers. Okay, so dual transducers simply is known as the duals, so are used primarily for the test involving the rough corroded surface. They incorporated separate transmitting and receiving elements mounted on a dilo separate, as I told you, like if you see the design of the probe, it will be like this and this is the so separate. This transmit will go like this and receiving by this way. Okay, so select distance beneath the surface of a test piece. Although the thickness measurement with the dual is the sometimes not accurate as with other type of the transducer, they usually provide a significantly better performance in the corrosion survey applications. So generally dual element they use for the corrosion mapping or thickness measurement depending on that. Due to the high sensitivity to the pitting and improved near surface resolutions. Why we use the dual element transducers in the corrosion mapping? Because it application due to the higher sensitivity to pitting. Remember, okay, so you must be know wherever you will go for this, then you must be know where what type of the you are going to work and what is the area. So if you are going for the corrosion mappings and thickness measurement for that, so those area is the best probe is the dual element probe, because these are the very high sensitive to the for the pitting purpose. And why? Because it improve the near surface resolution. So these are the merits of the dual element transducers. They are also commonly used at high temperature testings. They are also used the high temperature testing. Since most dual will be the tolerate contact with the hot surfaces, it can bear the temperature of the hot surface if it is when it is touched, and flood detection in the rough surface castings. So these are the your regarding for the ultrasonic transducers. And generally as per design base 5 type of the transducers are there. contact transducers, angle beam transducers, delay light transducers, immersion transducer, and dual element transducer. So you must know, because when you will understand this type of the transducers, then you can analyze when you are going to take a decision what type of the transducer you should use in the different type of the scope of work. Then you should understand the thorough about the transducers. Okay, so thank you very much for watching my channel. Okay, goodbye. Okay, good.